Welcome finally guys, as we're a little bit delayed, but here we are with Join Dota League Season number 5, a 2-game series, Kingdom going up against Spear Bintang. God, it's somewhat bothersome that we're always, every single game is late almost. I have no idea why the teams just can't be there on time, but finally, 24 minutes late, we actually get into the draft here as well. Kingdom, starting with a Lycan ban together with a Vengeful Spirit removed, whereas Spear Bintang do take out a Tidehunter first, Axe as a secondary ban. Now though, Brewmaster picked up, so already going for some form of mid-game presence here. Blink Thunderclap, extremely strong initiation. Just going for squishy supports has never been easier, or well, maybe it has, but it's gonna be rather easy with this one as well. Also, Primal Split, it's so hard to fight into that. I mean, even later on in the game, just a Cyclone can be extremely annoying, of course. Spearmint tank now. 2 picks to come. Is it gonna be maybe a Batrider? Some nice lockdown. Skyref Mage, of course, would be pretty nice up against Brewmaster. Then there's always a Juggernaut. And Troll Warlord possibly still in the pool as well. Oh man, we'll see what they're gonna pick up. It's really team preference, and as for BNB, I have never seen them play before. So I have no clue what they're what their favorite heroes are, what they usually like to run. Just a second, guys. But Shadow Fiend the first pick, so going to follow the current metagame, or well, maybe not so much the current metagame as the Dota 2 Asia Championship metagame. Shadow Fiend definitely a strong enough hero. But Skyref Mage is the second pick, so they're not going too much out of the ordinary. Spirit Breaker, Kingdom. It's a hero that, to be honest, they run pretty damn often as of, I think, like December or so. Spirit Breaker, usually they play it in the off lane. Every now and then it also finds itself in a support role. I don't think I've seen them play it as a straight out core though. Or at least like a safe lane farmer or a mid laner. Those are the roles I have not seen the Spirit Breaker in, but looking at the next bans, a Viper plus a Medusa banned out by Kingdom, whereas Spear Bintang do remove a Sniper. Sniper is fairly often picked up when you're dealing with a Shadow Fiend or when you're up against a Shadow Fiend. As now, 4th pick to come, or 4th ban, excuse me, Spear Bintang. What could they even be afraid of? I mean, it's like Kingdom's lineup so far is screaming any certain pick. So they really have to just remove heroes that they feel are strong. And Troll Warlord, definitely so. Troll Warlord can bash himself. Spirit Breaker has a built-in bash. So with the Battle Trance, it just gives a higher chance for Spirit Breaker to get those. And all in all, Troll Warlord can get into the face of Shadow Fiend. A hero that won't get hurt too much by building a BKB, so already up against the Skyref Mage and Shadow Fiend, BKB will definitely be a nice item, so they just didn't want to give them a hero that is great in almost any stage of the game, to be honest, who could also build like a straight out counter as Kingdom. Can they consider a Slark now, possibly? Pretty decent up against Batrider because you have the Dark Pact. I mean, Shadow Fiend can still burst you down if you're next to him and he just goes for the Requiem of Souls. So we'll see how Kingdom want to approach this. Of course, if they go for a Slark, they're going to be rather melee heavy. Brewmaster, it's not that big of an issue because you're going to be in the Primal Split, at least during some of the team fight anyway. So you might not even be bothered by the Requiem of Souls in the slightest. Now though, Kingdom, they are taking a slightly longer time. Some supports definitely wouldn't be too bad. It's like Ancient Apparition, Witch Doctor wouldn't be too bad. Lion, still available as well, one of the more popular ones, especially if you get the Blink Dagger. Batrider jumps in, wants to lasso somebody, you blink in, get the Hex in return. I think Lion actually wouldn't be too bad at all here. If not, Spear Bintang themselves could just pick up a Lion. Queen of Pain will be the pick though, so Kingdom going for a rather aggressive just approach here. Also, having lots of mid game presence. So now hopefully they're also gonna go for some late game, as Lion is the pick for BRB Tang. So like I said, if Kingdom don't pick it up, it could quite easily be the 4th pick for BRB Tang, and indeed that is the pick for them. So Kingdom now, they don't have too much time left even. Both teams, I do believe, did receive a level 2 penalty, which means minus 70 seconds of reserve time. So that is why you see the 7 seconds and 9 seconds left for now. But Ancient Apparition, after some consideration, will be the pick for Kingdom. They don't have the greatest setup for an Ice Blast though. There's no Ravage, although I guess if they really want to, they can still... Oh no, they can't. Tidehunter's banned, so they can't go for that one. Oh, just a second, guys. I have to... Okay, I had to mute my microphone for my coughing, but... Winter time, guys. Every now and then, throats do go a little bit sore. Hopefully, it's gonna get a little bit more exciting. It's just... My throat being sore, plus the wait time to actually get this game started, kind of bummed me out. But it's gonna be fine. As the game starts, as we're gonna get some action, it's gonna get better. I hope so. I seriously hope. But a little bit water will help me along the way, of course. But looking at the last bans, Throw Ranger removed by Kingdom, whereas a Phantom Assassin has been taken out by the Radiant side. And, well, after seeing a Phantom Assassin ban, I guess Throw Ranger ban makes sense as well. But we do need one more core hero, possibly a safe lane hero for BRB Tang, and it's gonna be a Bristleback. That actually means that they might even go for an aggressive tri-lane with this. Scar of Mage, Lion plus a Bristleback. Pretty decent combination of a Scar of Mage, magical damage. Lion, I guess early on isn't that high in magical, but then the Bristleback to be there with the physical damage. Kingdom might not have too much to put up against it, to be honest. As they pick up a Dragon Knight as the last one. So, a Queen of Pain off lane with a Spirit Breaker support. And Dragon Knight mid plus Brewmaster safe lane, it looks like. But man, Dragon Knight, I have to say, don't see that hero all that often. I guess I've seen it a little bit more within the past like 2 or so weeks. At least compared to, well, the earlier months, to be honest. Dragon Knight used to be one of the go-to mid lane heroes. But recently just hasn't been there at all. I think some people would call it, or at least in chat the last time I saw a Dragon Knight, they were saying that he is a slave to his ultimate. That's actually a pretty good way of putting things, in all fairness. And, well, we'll see if that's going to be the case here. Dragon Knight, I mean, with the Breathe Fire and Dragon Tail, that is if you get close enough with the Dragon Tail, you can still get quite a lot accomplished, but that is the bigger problem, getting that close. Also, if you're going to get that close to a Shadow Fiend, you're going to have to run at him, which means it's just going to have some time to Shadow Rage you, for example. But to introduce the lineups and who is going to be playing what, for the side of BNB, Kupo, the little Moogles from Final Fantasy, playing the Lion, leaving Radio Rays on the Batrider, YP191, playing the Sky of Mage with Kun on the Bristleback, and Bendech on the Shadow Fiend. As for the Kingdom, Chase is going to be on the Brewmaster for the offlane, Beyonce on the Queen of Pain, Drakan as in Yomo Kompaku on the Spirit Breaker with Fruits on the Ancient Apparition, and Lee Honki up on the Dragon Knight as the last one for their lineup. So we'll see who's going to get the first bounty runes. We might even have a fight around this area. Shadow Fiend has not picked up a single point yet, so if there's a fight, might go for the Shadow Raises. If not, probably going to be the Necromaster for them. But Chase on the Brewmaster now. He is gonna probably be able to pick up that bottom bounty rune with ease. And BNB, by their positioning at the moment, I highly doubt that they're gonna have 3 heroes run towards the bottom side of the wall. Maybe they are. Bristleback is heading towards that position, but there's gonna be a fight. Firefly's activated, Kupo taking so much damage. That's gonna be first blood given away. They might get fruits in return, and they should with Kun coming in as well. So it is going to be 1-for-1 for now. Drakan is going to have to back off. Charge was already used. Beyonce from the high ground does as much as he possibly can, but was forced into an early point in blink. So can't really do any damage apart from just right-clicking Lee Honky. One more Quill Spray will be the end of him. Oh god, Bristleback. He cannot continue, and with that, another Blink from Beyonce actually in the end works out as well. Getting the high ground positioning, although Dragon Knight was chased down by Skyriff Mage, coming in with that last Arcane Bolt. So it's gonna be a 2 for 2, but I think this second kill here maybe even slightly tips it in the favor of BNB, because Dragon Knight suddenly had to purchase a TP, had to come back to the lane, and Shadow Fiend, well, never mind, didn't have Necromastery, so having Shadow Races for that early fight just means that he is not gonna get the early advantage of the Dragon Knight missing from the lane. Well, as for now, 1 minute in, 2 kills each. That's the way I love my games. Hopefully they can keep up the pace as well. I mean, it's highly likely that it's gonna slow down somewhat until like Batrider gets a Blink Dagger, for example. But it's gonna be a Queen of Pain safe lane, a Queen of Pain tri lane, something that has been there every so often. But Brewmaster offlane, he's going to be up against a Lion as well as, well, Bristleback plus a Skyriff Mage. So not gonna be an easy lane by any means. Especially once Lion hits level 2, and never mind, he is already level 2, so double disables with the Hex and the Earth Spike. Gonna be extremely irritating for the Brewmaster to stay in lane and get some XP. Brewmaster, although you can jungle, it's just not gonna be really fast. In the meantime, Radio Rays did farm up the enemy jungle a tad bit. Might be going for a bottle, who knows. Did start with boots though, has a couple of tangos also. Mid lane now though, you can see that the Shadow Fiend is pulling ahead anyway. 9 and 6. 9 Necromaster stacks already as well. Nice Drakan, does he really want to chase down Radio Rays? If he had gotten in like a first hit bash, maybe so, with a few more attacks, then a charge into the bash, could have been a kill, but well, if you don't get in range, that's just not gonna happen. Even has boots, but even with the boots, 340 movement speed, the exact same as the Batrider, and Batrider has paused, and as the new changes, there's a little timer before the pause takes effect. Man. Oh, fun times, guys, fun times. So that just means that we're gonna have to wait for even longer. No game can just happen. There always have to be some kind of delays. Always. Look at this jug. It's a jug, right? Not a barrel? Okay, it's a barrel. It should be. Where does it drink from? Does it... There must be a secret button, because if the drink should come out from the... I'd like to say dragon, but it's not really a dragon. What are you? Well, it is inscribed Elixir of Dragon's Breath. So theoretically, it's a dragon after all. I guess it's some kind of a dragon. In any case, if it comes out from his mouth, then the barrel is tilted downwards, so it should be empty more or less. Other than that, I don't see a tap to it, so what do you tap if you want to drink this? Hard to say, guys, hard to say. But we don't know what the problem is with him. Just disconnected for now. Oh, fun times. By the way, this mask looks really weird. I mean, it's not like it has a part, but it's just the nose ring of the Spirit Breaker makes the mask look a little bit more awkward than it otherwise would be, I think. Uncommon Horde mask. So people drawing on the minimaps. Oh, I got to show off my drawing skills as well, but it goes wonky like this. I don't know why. That's like one thing they should fix. If I draw on the ground, it's gonna be fine on the minimap. But if I draw on the minimap, it's gonna do like random stuff. Hopefully players don't see it. They should not see it, but even if they do, we're paused. Doesn't matter that much. So, comparing all the last hits thus far, mid lane, quite nicely in the favor of Shadow Fiend. 12 and 8 compared to a 6 and 1 Dragon Knight. Dragon Knight He's gonna get a reasonable amount of farm as Dragon Knights always do, just because he has to breathe fire. As Kingdom... Whoa, nice! Somebody's asking whether he's coming. Yes! He's totally coming back. We just don't know when. That's like the best. Yes! Oh, he's loading in, so it's fine. He's here. But usually it's like... You pause, you say sec, and that's it. And others have to wait. No explanations, no nothing, but oh. This water. Come on, go back. So soothing. Look at the sky. Much better. Top lane though, Batrider. Up to 7 last hits, level 3, so hasn't done that bad for the time being. Also can go into his own jungle if needed. Some stacking will also be going on. There's already a double stack. YP on the Skyrift Mage will be stacking this to a 1-1 if he succeeds. But Chase, in the meantime, is trying to disrupt the double pull through. Or leech some XP from it, at least maybe a couple of easy last hits as well. Up to 9 last hits at the moment, so doing a tiny bit better than the Batrider in that regard. Top lane though, Batrider might be in trouble. We'll get the Firefly off, but the charge is coming. Gonna get bashed from the charge. One more attack. Beyonce does take a lot of punishment in return being in the Firefly there. But a kill is a kill. Batrider down. And, well, at least has the Tranquil Boots finished. We'll see if Batrider wants to go straight out just into the jungle now or not. If we can get farm on lane, all well and good, but... Top lane, or bottom lane rather, Chase now gets the Arcane Bolt in the face. Doesn't care that much about it. I mean, Brewmaster, a fairly tanky hero in his own right. Drunken Brawler, level 1, can also help out quite a bit here. Of course not against the Arcane Bolts because they're magical, but whenever they're trying to attack you, that's going to be somewhat troublesome. As now, Lee Honky will get himself a rune to bottle up. Nice, just got the bottle delivered. And now we'll get a completely full bottle, unless he's gonna get denied. Never mind, it's a haste rune as well. YP might be in trouble, Chase. If he gets the Thunderclap, it's all over, but Skyrift Mage has the boost as well. He's so damn fast. Nerf Skyrift Mage, guys. But there's the Dragon Tail Thunderclap to follow. A few more attacks with the Breathe Fire. That's a kill, but the Earth Spike catches Lee Honky. He has a haste, so he's gonna be fine, Chase. Do you really want to keep on going? Oh god, Chase, he's so dead. Hexed up. One more Quill Spray, I think it's gonna do the trick indeed. Although Lee Honky, he's just gonna keep on going onto Kupo. Lion, he's gonna have an Earth Spike and suddenly Dragon Knight, he's gonna lose his life as well. That was just an epic failure. The charge is coming in, but there's another TP already there. YP, he's around. Kupo, god, he's gonna get so charged. His Bristleback gets himself another one. He's completely out of mana, but he got the kill, didn't even lose that much HP from it. Suddenly up to 1.4k gold. Oh, that was an epic fail by Kingdom. I mean, Dragon Knight may be strong, but it's not the lowest cooldown on the spells, plus, well, you're level 4. If you had a level or maxed out pre-fire mid lane though, they will get the kill on Shadowfiend. Dragon Tail first, the charge to follow, a few more attacks. So at least they get something in return. But man, all in all, that was a pretty huge fail, I have to say. Now though, 5 to 5 is the kill score. Looking at the early graphs, it is about a 900 net worth lead for BNB. XP 600 or so after the Shadowfiend kill. So nobody has a huge advantage, and kill score being even, you wouldn't even expect that really. Last hit wise, looks like BNB doing a tiny bit better. It's mostly just the Bristleback compared... Oh no, Bristleback is slightly behind the Queen of Pain. I guess it's the Shadowfiend pulling ahead of the Dragon Knight that's making the biggest difference. Kupo, is he gonna go for the Hex Earth Spike? No, he's waiting for it. Lee Honky also shows up. But level 5, no Elder Dragon form yet, so no long range Dragon Tail. There's Kupo, Earth Spike, he wants to steal the rune. I'm not too sure if it's gonna be worth it. Then again, Chase might be in trouble, but there's the charge from Drakan. They're gonna get the Hex as well, a few Shadow Races, but Pendek doesn't have enough Spirit Breaker. Too damn tanky, 834 HP. That is ridiculous, to be honest. Level 4. Strength gain for a Spirit Breaker, not too bad at all. It's not the highest in the game, I think 2.4. There's 2.8 strength gain for the Dragon Knight, for example, with Spirit Breaker. It just starts with such high strength already as well. Now, Tranquil Boots pick up on Brewmaster. I guess it's some health regen. You get some decent movement speed. Armor, I guess it's nice as well up against the Bristleback. Oh god, Kupo, he's gonna get charged again. He's level 5, so for a support Lion 7 minutes in, not even that bad. And Fruits only being close enough, they don't get the kill. Beyonce didn't want to commit a Blink and Shadow Strike there. But 7 minutes in, Kingdom. Although it's not looking super awesome for them, I think it's still fine, especially if they get this tier 1 down. There is a glyph, the fortification, so it's going to take them a few seconds longer, but they should be able to kill it anyway. At the very least, force the deny. We'll see if the deny will be there in effect though. Nobody's going to go in for it yet. They're waiting for the perfect opportunity, and now Lion, no chance to deny. The Spirit Breaker gets the last hit. Earth Spike though, one Shadow Raise, but Bender, he's going to get charged. Drakan got hexed out just at the right time though. There was even a Sonic Wave for Queen of Pain, but the Scream of Pain, oh, bottom lane, Chase, Thunderclap comes out, he has the Primal Split as well, he's gonna use it, and Kun in a lot of trouble. Boulder Toss, Shadow Strike up. Can they stop the TP? Yes, they have the Cyclone. They're gonna purge the Cyclone, and with that Scream of Pain, that's a Bristleback's dominating streak ended. That's a lot of gold to the Queen of Pain, or who is already doing pretty fine with the last hits as it is. But 1.3k gold up on Beyonce now. Has a haste rune as well. So that's the second haste rune for their team this time around. Looking at the early net worth, Queen of Pain 1k ahead of anybody else. 4, 0 and 0. So has a streak on her own head as well. Blink forward. Oh god, he wants Koopa, and Koopa charge is coming. He got the Scream of Pain off. Hex, will it follow? It will, but the haste rune gets him far enough. And suddenly Beyonce has to come back in. Scream of Pain, Shadow Raises. Nope. Bender goes for 1. Doesn't even hit, but 6 HP. Maybe it was 5 at the time. And whoa, Queen of Pain dies. Was it the range creep doing him in, or the melee creep? Mid lane though, with the help of Lee Hong-Ki's Dragon Tail, they do get the stun charge into the Batrider to make sure he backs off. Drakan though, concussive shot to slow him down. If they get the lasso, it might be a kill, but he's getting some bottle charges as well. So I think Queen of Pain just got killed by a melee creep. It gives... oh yeah, the kill, it was split. So the one Shadow Race connecting in the end did make a difference. Queen of Pain getting owned by melee creeps. That's something you don't see every day. Bottom lane though, Chase up to 1.4k gold, has the magic stick also. No primal split though, 2 heroes coming in from the side. Are they smoked up? No, they're not. But even without that, they might just be able to get the kill. Koopa, if he gets a hex, which he does, concussive shot to follow. Earthspike is level 3. And with the last... oh, the Finger of Death! Did it land into a creep? I'm pretty certain that Koopa just fingered the creep. Okay then, what can I say guys? Well, they get the kill anyway, but you might as well just have held on to the spell then. But Aghanim Scepter is picked up on Beyonce, so Queen of Pain gonna go rush that Aghanim Scepter. It's not too bad. I mean, the Orchid would have been decent-ish. Maybe not the greatest king for the Orchid, considering what you're up against, but getting a Lion hexed up means that there's no silence against you. Or no hex rather. There is still the Ancient Seal coming out from that Skyrift Mage. So Queen of Pain still has to be extremely careful about when and where she jumps in. Might be going for a BKB next though after the Aghanims, we'll see. Might be forced into it even. It's 8 to 9. Overall kill score Beyonce with an Invis rune now. Oh god, Kupo! Is it true? Yes, the charge is coming in. Koopa, he is so royally screwed. He's not gonna get the Earth Spike first. He saw it coming, Sonic Wave, even catches the Skyrift Mage. Ice Blast will be a tiny bit off target, but with a few attacks, they get an easy kill. Drakan even managed to get the Radiant Courier down. That's just insult to injury there. That's 2 kills plus a Courier, a lot of gold going Kingdom's way, and Queen of Pain, thanks to those kills, it's just that much closer to the Aghanim Scepter. Unless it's a first item Skadi, but I highly doubt that. So Lee Hong-Ki now also has the treads, well, or I mean the drums apart on top of the treads. And with that Elder Dragon form activated, they want to bring down this tier 1 or at least force some TPs in, and Kun, well, he obliges, he TPs in, does get Dragon Tail to his face, Shadow Struck up as well, Breed Fire is there, the charge will get stopped by the Earth Spike though. There's gonna be a few Shadow Rays, Ice Blast only connects on Koopa, never mind, he flew over Pendek as well, they need so little extra damage. Blink forward from Beyonce, they get the 1 kill, Beyonce's in a lot of trouble, Silence up, but there's no Mystic Flare, level 4 only. They get the Dragon Tail fruits, he's gonna show up as well, no Ice Blast because they used it before Shadow Raises. Is it even gonna be enough? They can dive this easily, and with this charge, they get the kill. Another 3 heroes dead. Kun, I think he's gonna be able to escape, not enough mana on Lee Hong-Ki. Even pops the drums for this. They need some stuns or additional slows. Chase, if he had a Blink Thunderclap, he's gonna pop the Primal Split. Everybody else is backing off by now already. That was not coordinated. He's gonna throw the Batrider in the air. No way he can take down Kun by himself like that with Kun having a Vanguard. And Brew isn't that tanky. He definitely ulted the creep there. If you do 600 damage, yes, with the mitigation it's gonna be 450 damage, but Brewmaster, by now, he's a little bit higher level than he was when he died, I think. And 1k HP, you can still see 450 HP removed all of a sudden. But Lihonki now has an Overclap, has the illusions pushing out with that corrosive breath still on them. So it's gonna make things a little bit easier, but Lihonki has to be careful now. TP is coming in. Oh, he's so screwed. Kupo, he does get the Hex off. They will have the lasso as well to follow. It may take him a slightly longer time, but in the end they're gonna get the kill. And that's all that matters. Even the Dragon Tail came out, but there was no escape from this. The best he could do for is for his illusions to get the kill. Ice Blast will connect on Kupo. There's a charge coming in as well, Drakan. Do you really want to go for it as... Oh, there's a bug. I don't think they see Drakan yet though. Looking at the Radiant Vision, they have no idea he's there. Of course, Spirit Breaker himself doesn't see anything. He just knows he's charging the Lion and that's it. I'm not too sure if it's even worth it to go for a kill like that. Even if you kill off the Lion, you are almost certainly dead yourself. Oh, well. If he even makes it to Lion. Because as the Skyrive Mage and Batrider see him, they can say like, Lion, Earth Spike that way. There's even a Shadow Fiend around main. Literally every single hero of BMB is close by to this area. So this is an ultimate suicide jihad style charge. Kamikaze. Lando has reconnected, so hopefully this bug will have fixed itself out as well. Yes, they need... Oh, it's Kingdom now, needing a second. Fruits is AFK. Okay, so are they ready now? Oh, what? No! Oh my god, even the team itself doesn't know whether they're ready or not. But it just gives us more time to assess the situation. So there is that Queen of Pain having like 57 or needing 57 more gold for the Dagenham Scepter. Gonna be a pretty early one with a Magic Wand bottle and Power Treads as well. So 14 minutes it's gonna be delivered out to him unless somebody just hawks the courier now until then. Probably even a little bit earlier than 14 minutes. But on the enemy side, they have a Blink Batrider, which is his core item, of course. Shadow Fiend. Does he have a mech finished? Not quite yet, so Power Tread, Buckler, Bottle, Magic Wand, and the Ring of Aquila for the time being. Dragon Knight. Already saw his items earlier. Treads, Drums, as well as the Ogre Club. Sweep Breaker, Urn, Magic Wand, and Treads. So damn tanky, 1.3k already. 7 armor as well, man. That's sickening. Brewmaster just has the Blink, as well as Tranquil Woods. Oh, how nice. Enemy Spirit Breaker has down CP Scroll. But we are ready now. Support, of course, don't have any items to mention. And Koopa, he's gonna get charged indeed. Not gonna get the Earth Spike off. Nether Strike, waiting for it. But Urn of Shadows, I think, is gonna be enough anyway. Or is it? Koopa, yes. Drakando does not get the XP for it. And probably, I don't think it's worth it in that case even. That's greed. Of course, that means now the Spirit Breaker can respawn, charge somebody else, create some kind of terror on the map. You have to be afraid of, or a little bit afraid at least, that the charge is coming your way. Bottom lane, do they really want to go for Kun? He is a pretty tanky target. Maybe if they had like a Prime Split to follow. I guess level 11, as in a level 2 Sonic Wave with that Aghanim Scepter buff. I think it's 375 pure damage. Oh no, 450, right. Completely off. It was 575. I knew that on some level Queen of Pain did like something 75. So 450. If it gets it on multiple targets, it's gonna be a massive burst of damage. Lihonki. Pop this Elder Dragon from Ice Blast will also fly, but only hits on the creeps. But there's Kun getting stunned up. Are we gonna see a Sonic Wave landing onto 3 at the very least? So he's waiting for it. Suddenly he's gonna get stunned up. And Hexed, plus Silence, Beyonce. Waited too long. There's the Blink Thunderclap. Lands on 3. If only they had the Sonic Wave before. there would be so many dead heroes by now already. Pendek will go down first, no Requiem of Souls for him yet. But next will be Kun, no escape from this one, so they lose a Queen of Pain. But the end result is still pretty favorable for them. So they go for Roshan now though, they are pinging it out. They are destroying an Observer Ward first. It looks like they aren't going for it yet. But just getting those 2 kills is so important. Keeping the Shadow Fiend in check. He does have his mech finished now though. So maybe next fight isn't gonna be as easy, but this Bristleback as well, he doesn't have a Crimson Guard. He got off to a pretty decent start as well now though. Has been slowed down at least comparative to the Queen of Pain or the Brewmaster. But once Lee Hong-ki gets a BKB, things are going to get a hell of a lot easier for this Dragon Knight to just be in the front lines. Not be afraid of too much as mid lane Beyonce. He gets jumped again! Silenced up. Magic Stick or Magic Wand even. Almost enough. Arcane Bolts, can you blink out? Nope. Spike's stun duration just long enough, but man, it took them such a long time to actually get the kill. For a second, I thought Queen of Pain might be able to escape after those Magic Wand charges, but couldn't manage to blink out. So a little bit unfortunate for Queen of Pain. I mean, just got the Aghanim Scepter after that, hasn't been able to use it once and has died twice instead. But 60 minutes in, the graphs, what do they show us? They show us about a 3,500 net worth lead for Kingdom. XP, about 2,000 as well. Not a big deal by any means. They haven't really gotten massive... Oh god, another disconnect. So Batrider, he's having some slightly more serious issues by the looks of things. Oh man. What can they do? What can they do? If your internet is messing up, then it's messing up. Can't really do much about it, to be honest. But do we have any other item progression at all for anybody apart from the mech? For the Shadow Fiend as well as, I guess, a Crimson Guard for a Bristleback, not too bad. PKB will be the choice of Dragon Knight. Still needs another like 1.4k gold for it to be finished though. Brewmaster maybe wants to get a slightly higher mana pool for something, or from something that is. Maybe go for an Aghanim Scepter. Not a common item build anymore on the Brewmaster. Might want to go for like a Vladimir's Offering into AC, just be the Aura Brewmaster, something like that. But it's definitely gonna struggle with mana. I mean, doesn't have Arcane Boots, which I haven't seen for I don't even know how long, to be honest. But doesn't have Power Trace that he can switch for a little bit more efficiency. Doesn't have a bottle to regen up. And their team doesn't even have Arcane Boots, so this Brewmaster might have to go home pretty often to just regen up. Unless there's somebody kind enough to, of course, share bottle charges. But we are paused for, well, probably a couple of more minutes. Do we have any awesome cosmetics on somebody at least then? Scarif Mage looks always pretty decent. Lion, you can count on him to look ugly. I guess Lion, he isn't that far from the looks of a Kupo. Well, if you just... the color, not right. Lion is more like purplish, whereas Kupos are straight out pink. But if there was one hero in Dota that might resemble a Kupo, I think Kupos have like mini wings on them as well, right? At least in some Final Fantasy. I'm pretty sure they do. Or maybe they don't. God, it's... I'd say they do. So change Lion to pink, and you're gonna have a uglier version of a Moogle. A Kupo. Well, they are Moogles, and I think Kupo was like one specific Moogle. God, it's been so long since I played Final Fantasy. It's with Moogles, or at least with them being on like a higher pedestal a little bit. Look at the effect of zooms, guys. It's actually gonna like focus first, like the background. Wow. I didn't even know it does that. That's looking pretty awesome, guys. I'm not too sure if it's only me though. It might be only me. So Dragon Knight, show us what you're made of. He's actually shielding himself like shrapnel pieces should be flying or something. It's a riot shield and he has to go into the creeps, make them back off. I really like that Lee Honky is just asking how long it's gonna take. Maybe they want to just send their own players, or some of their players want to go to the toilet or something, so they're trying to find out that why. Fastnet.com. I have no idea if it's an actual site or not. I don't even know. There must be some area specific inside jokes. Oh, well no, he got commission. Never mind. I thought like he's coming. I saw like COMM. I'm like, they're coming. They're coming. He's coming back. Yes. But no, they tricked me. So there was actually no actual answer here. Just a lot of random talk. How long? And then just blah 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 blah. Imagine if the entire cast was like that. How much would you understand if I tried to do blah blah with the same intonations that otherwise I would use the words in the sentences? You probably won't understand much because first of all, I don't think I would be able to pull that off properly. And second of all, how much can you read out of blah blah blah? Blah 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 blah. Of course, it would help if I actually meant it as a sentence at the moment. Not just random blabber, but... Ooh, Centaur. You look a little bit ugly, but... That face reminds me a tiny bit of an Uruk-hai from the Lord of the Rings. What's your friend looking like? Just a bigger nose, eh? This guy looks much more fierce. I would not want to combat such a guy, a centaur, with such a face. A pretty painful looking club. Oh, we actually have post time here, guys. What? What? No, oh, see, they aren't going to play 4 versus 5, especially if it's a Batrider disconnected. Oh, man. Please don't do that, guys. Please do not do this. So we're going to wait a little while longer. It's going to be fine. Good guy, Honky. Honky des. Is it Honky des? Should be like true, I mean it, Honky. Honky. Is it? In Japanese? I'm not too sure. It's at least very similar. It's like, I mean it. Honky. Or, I don't even know. This deathmatch has nothing but time, that's why. So, we have played, let's say, 16 minutes. The game was scheduled to start 1 hour and 2 minutes ago. So we're going to wait another 5 minutes for this Batrider to come back before we continue for 4 versus 5. But if it continues at the pace we're going at the moment, this 2-game series, it's just gonna mean that I will be unable to do, well, what's arguably a hell of a lot of a better game for today, Ice going up against First Departure. But what can you do when one game just goes really long? Ingenious Penvoker's Relic. Okay, so they're changing their times. So Kingdom want to resume in 1 minute. I guess some of the players don't have infinite time to wait here. Anytime. So at least BNB, they are ready to go 4 versus 5. So that's somewhat admirable. I have to hand that to them. So they're just gonna go there like, screw this. We don't need a Batrider to win, guys. We don't need a Batrider. He's a bad hero anyway. We don't need him. probably gonna, unless Patra reconnects anytime soon, they might come to regret this decision. And Kingdom, are they gonna take advantage of the Patra being missing now? I mean, somebody is gonna micro him, but it can never be 100% efficient like that. Even though it can be good, it will never be as good as a Batrider just controlling himself plus the other hero. I say never, but that's like for professional games. Oh, they're gonna get the stun onto Bender. Dragon Tail did not come out yet. Mystic Flare will come, but they already got the Primal Split off. The Death Requiem doesn't do nearly enough damage. Blink forward. Are we gonna see a Sonic Wave? Never mind, was used to blow up the Shadow Fiend. Now Radio Race, he's standing in there. Might have gotten stunned up. Maybe just somebody didn't micro him. Now Bristleback might be the next target. Thrown up in the air. Beyonce. We'll have to wait out the long 6-second Ancient Seal. Kun still alive and healthy. Probably will remain so, as Lee Honky doesn't want to chase too long. Already has 2 stacks of Kill Spray. If you let them stack up, suddenly you are taking a lot of damage without maybe even noticing it. But tier 2 will be the next target after just getting 3 kind of easy kills for this fight. They already have the Sonic Wave off cooldown as well. A little bit low on mana maybe, but could just use that one. And they blink. Plus, of course, has the Magic Wand charges also. So they get the tier 2. Some nice extra gold and... well, just 4 versus 5 guys, what can I say? It's probably not gonna be an exciting game unless Patra returns, and even if he returns, if it's a little bit too late, if Kingdom has done too much by that time. 6k net worth lead now for Kingdom. XP 4, nearing the 4.5k mark. Spirit Breaker, 1.1k gold in the bank now. If he gets his BKB as well, this Spirit Breaker is gonna have so much fun in the front lines. Dragon Knight, only about 400 gold away from his own BKB. Not gonna be the fastest, and they don't really have the greatest Roshan lineup, so that's gonna be one downside to what they have so far. They don't have a Medallion of Courage and nearby the fruits, of course, wants to get the Nagain Scepter as fast as he can. As Kun is, or hasn't gotten any item progression yet. Beyonce sitting about with an Invis Rune. Oh god, nobody has detection either. Beyonce, he knows everything that's coming. Lee Honky already activated Elder Dragon Form. They're gonna get the lasso, but immediate stun into Radio Race. Ice Blast catches 2 with the Sonic Wave as well. Radio Race does get back to half HP with the mech, but 2 heroes already down. Radio Race gonna go down to that Nether Strike. Requiem of Souls was used. Drakan though, healthy for now. Chase finally gonna come in as well. Primal Split and cooldown. Blink Thunderclap. Not gonna buy enough time for Drakan, but Bender does get stunned. Primal Split is there, and Kun will be the next one to fall, I think. He is pretty beefy, but Beyonce will catch up to him. Gets the Scream of Fame into the face. And it's just a matter of time. Bristleback, he's not gonna be able to survive the onslaught. So that's 5 heroes down. All they get is a Spirit Breaker, and this Invis Rune on Beyonce, scouting out everything. Lee Honky having that Elder Dragon form pre-activated, getting that Dragon Tail immediately into the Batrider. And that's BKB finished on Lee Honky's Dragon Knight as well. Elder Dragon 4 will expire, so suddenly pushing isn't all that fast once again. But all I can say is that this game is looking good for Kingdom now. Before that, it was still a lead. I mean, 2.5k net worth, only about 1500 in XP. It wasn't that big of a lead. And with a Batrider, as well as having the Finger of Death plus Sky of Mage ultimate, Mystic Flare, they could have easily just gotten so many pickoffs and snowballed themselves out of control as well. BMD that is. But just a sad truth of it at the moment. Oh, smoke breaks. Koopa will get the Hex and Chase. Are they gonna have enough with the Finger of Death, Ancient Seal, and the Mystic Flare? He's still alive, you kidding me, right? And with the Sonic Wave, those 2 supports just get wrecked. Drakan, he is charging all the way topside. He's gonna cancel it though. Doesn't want to take a man fight with a Bristleback here. But I can't believe the Brewmaster, I guess 1.5k HP is a hell of a lot. This time around I thought with the Finger of Death, Ancient Seal, as well as the Mystic Flare, it's going to be enough, but Magic Wand to the rescue. Stays alive. Mid lane now, Lee Honky doesn't really want to go in, I don't think so. So now he's the one on the run, gonna be slowed down by the Gu, of course, which is only level 1 for now, but Lee Honky, he's gonna be able to turn things around. BKB already in cooldown, he's gonna get jumped. Let's get the Dragon Tail, Ice Blast to follow. They might even get some counter kills. Bender does not get hit by the Ice Blast. Chase comes in, Blink Thunderclap though. They're gonna get 1 kill. Jace loses his own life to a Requiem of Souls as well as a... Oh, Sonic Wave. Does go kill Shadowfiend in return, but Fruits got hit by the Death Requiem. Now Kun, he's gonna get slowed down. Drakan charges into him to slow him down a tiny bit. Beyonce, he's gonna get silenced, but there are no follow-up stuns to come. But this fight was pretty nice. Kupo almost gets the Earth Spike, but almost doesn't mean anything. So BNB get a pretty decent fight by the end of things. Of course, considering that they killed off the Dragon Knight before anybody else even arrived, it was still decent-ish for Kingdom. Also, they didn't have a Primal Split. Little bit of an awkward engagement from Kingdom, but they're not that far ahead if you just look at which heroes have farm. It's the Queen of Pain having quite a bit of farm. Gonna have a BKB now as well. But for example, their high ground, their pushing still isn't that strong. Elder Dragon form, the better or the best thing for that for their lineup. Do we have double BKBs coming out though? Nope, just a Mithril Hammer so far for Drakan. Beyonce's BKBs coming out though. Dragon Knight already has his from before, 9-second one as well. 22 minutes in now. Game still 4 versus 5. Had we been paused, we would have been paused for another 7 minutes by now, and we would still be at the 15-minute mark. Beyonce though, with this double damage, it's gonna help out greatly in dealing with Roshan. Roshan also being under the effects of Drunken Haze means that it's gonna be somewhat easier for them to tank it up. And Chilling Touch, not gonna be used for it, but they will get Roshan, Aegis. Who is it gonna even go to? Is it Queen of Pain? Nope, going for the Dragon Knight. I think Queen of Pain would be able to do more with an Aegis, in all fairness, but with this, they can have the Dragon Knight just sit in the front lines and siege. Not be too afraid. But that's... No, never mind. I think I still would like Queen of Pain more, just because if you use Elder Dragon form to siege, BNB might just make it so that nobody else can poke at the tower. Maybe they're even gonna be willing to sacrifice the tier 3. And once Elder Dragon form ends, then you jump in. And of course, if you Elder Dragon form first, you get jumped, you lose the Aegis, you're gonna come back without that. But if you want to siege the high ground without the Elder Dragon form, you're gonna have to be a melee for, whereas Queen of Pain could do so from the low ground. We'll see though, maybe it's gonna be the perfect choice, maybe it's gonna work out wonders, as with the Elder Dragon form, they will go for this tier 2 at least, and with this creep wave coming in, they're gonna claim it mid lane though. Drakan already got the charge in, Blink Lasso will catch the Brewmaster, but they need to follow up silences. Mystic Flare is there as well, but the Sonic Wave catches two. Shadowfiend in a lot of trouble, but will get the Requiem Souls into 2 BKBs though, nobody cares. Ancient Apparition cleans up Lion. With a few more attacks, they get down the Shadowfiend, and can they catch up to Kun? Shadow Strike to slow him down, a charge as well. Nice Flame Break though, will stop the charge. Dragon Tail, too long of range. Blink Thunderclap up into Kun. Kun trying to TP out now will be a success for him. So is the case also for Radio Rays. So nice TPs out, taking advantage of the Kingdom used pretty much the majority of the burst damage, the Sonic Wave or beforehand already. So just TP out, nothing to stop it, not enough stuns, and they are really lacking stuns. Still though, another 2 kills. And Kingdom getting farther and farther ahead. Of course, they're outnumbering the enemy just physically already. They literally have 5 players. BNB already only have 4. Yes, they are microing the Batrider, not even too bad, but they cannot really farm with him that efficiently, which means there's still no Force Staff 25 minutes in on him. He got a reasonably early Blink Dagger even, but just a really sad turn of events for BNB here. BKB now also done on that Spirit Breaker, so Requiem of Souls should have less and less of an effect. Death Requiem probably or might still hit once the BKBs end. Depends on how fast the Shadowfiend dies himself. I mean, has a BKB as well after all, but Sonic Wave goes through it. You can get bashed through it by that Spirit Breaker, which happened last time around, I think. But now we are nearing the 26-minute mark in the game. There's even a BKB on the Bristleback, so he's gonna be extremely hard to bring down, to be honest. Aghanim Scepter though will be the item in the end. There's almost a 14k lead though for both crafts. Still, Chase will have a double Thunderclap to work with. Against BKB is not gonna do that much, but anybody else gonna be in a hell of a lot of trouble dealing with that. Also having the Drunken Brawler, I think, on the Fire Panda is or can be pretty helpful. At least makes it so that they're gonna have to work a little bit harder to kill off the Fire Panda. Oh, we do have a jump though. Leonki pops his BKB. Who's he gonna stun? Charge coming into Bendak. Dragon Tail will land as well. But there's the BKB. Sonic Wave catches two. Oh god, Ice Blast will land onto 3 in return. He's just getting bashed. Dragon. He's bash lording the Shadow Fiend completely. Shadow Fiend can't even do or cast a single spell with the Nether Strike. They get the kill on him. They do lose the Spirit Breaker. They might even lose more. The Quill Spray is doing such a hell of an amount of damage. In the end, he's gonna go down to the last Dragon Tail into his face. So once again, a 4-for-1 trade. Drakan, the only one to die. But just the Bash Lord coming out from the Spirit Breaker. It's not like he has a Mask of Madness or anything. Just a little bit of RNG, and Shadow Fiend tried to go for so many Requiems, but in the end ended up doing absolutely nothing, even with his BKB activated. Of course, there hasn't been even a remotely close high ground push, so there's no point for BNB to call it GG quite yet. Especially considering that late game wise, I'd say it's probably pretty even, but Kingdom, if they pull this far ahead, they're just gonna maybe have like a couple of hexes to make up for otherwise the lack of strength in the late game, for example. Maybe Queen of Pain will actually build some damaging items like Monkey Kicking Bar, something along those lines. We shall see. We shall see. Skyriff Mage though, farming up the jungle, just trying to... has triple bracers. Cost-effective stats. Wants to survive that Sonic Wave burst. But there's even an Aghanim Scepter now in the Ancient Apparition. Level 2 ultimate for him. Queen of Pain has had the level 3 ultimate for some time. For the last fight definitely had it already. Charge coming in. YP can't do anything at all. They don't even need a Nether Strike for that. I mean, Ancient Seal was there, but it's not like an Earth Spike. And suddenly, oh, what do you know? Roshan will respawn in 5 minutes. A pretty long one, all in all. Just slightly above 10 minutes. But 28 minutes in, Kingdom. It is their game to lose. All things considered. Chase though, he's gonna find Kupo. Does he want to go for that Thunderclap though? Charge is also coming in. Blink forward from Leon Kiss. Blue! Frost Dragon. They will get the Sonic Wave. Burst up the line completely. Kun had to pop his BKB. In the meantime, Shadow Fiend in the air didn't get off his own BKB in time. Ice Blast will not connect though. A little bit of a miss-aim there. But they get the stun onto Rage Race. Easy kills to follow. And Requiem Souls was channeled. Does slightly connect on the Dragon Knight. Just enough to apply the debuff for now. But there's no Crimson Guard. There's no Requiem Souls to be afraid of. Blink forward. They get the stun as well. Beyonce comes in with his own BKB. Wants to go for YP. Should get the kill. One more Blink. Needs the Shadow Strike. Doesn't Shadow Strike. Breathe Fire does miss thanks to that as well. So go back for Rax, guys. And that's what they are doing by the looks of things. I have to say, BNB, surprised that they aren't just calling GG yet. Because they are falling farther and farther behind. The fights just aren't going all that well for them. And that was without Ice Blast landing on anywhere. Earth Spike. They might get the fight now. Blink, stun, onto Shadow Fiend. Another nice Sonic Wave. Does get, or set up 2 kills pretty much. Gets the kill on Lion. Brings down the Shadow Fiend low enough. And that's going to be Rax. And GG has been called as well. Really unfortunate circumstances, to be honest, but I mean, if we had still been paused, it would have been like 15 minutes without him coming back. But Kingdom, they take game number 1. I don't know. I don't have much to say about this game. Since it was 4 versus 5 for half of it. It was pretty even before that. I think BNB stood a pretty good chance before that with the Battle Rider initiations, but what can you do when your Battle Rider is disconnected and then coming back? So guys, we're gonna head into game number 2 if it's even gonna happen. I do believe, to be honest, that BNB even violated the rule here, having 3 stand-ins where only 2 are allowed. So that's one thing that they're gonna have to fix out, and the one guy that got disconnected was one of the 2 actual members for them. But heading into game number 2 lobby now, guys. If I get some updates about if the game number 2 will even happen, I'm gonna let you know.